am absolutely delighted to say that we can now welcome in the 16-time Grand Slam champion Roger Federer, who's through to his 8th Wimbledon final. Many, many congratulations. We just heard that Djokovic there in his interview was saying he lost to a better man on the day. So how satisfied are you with how you played out there today?
Well, obviously I'm thrilled. I thought it was a good match for me. It was a bit of the unknown out there because it was the first time we did play each other on grass, but I kind of felt it was going to be a different match than what we've played in the past because grass does play so different. And the first couple of sets I think were unusual for us. Not many rallies. We weren't really getting into it. There was a lot of just serves and returns, and then that was it. And I think that made it hard for us in the third set. But once we got into it, I think that was the key to the match. And I don't want to say I got lucky at the end of the fourth because I did have chances early on to make the break. But I mean, he's a great player, you know, and I had to come up with my very best towards the end of the third and then beginning of the fourth, and then I was able to serve it out, and it was a great match for me.
Really, the serve, I've been watching you very closely, of course, here, and it seems like you haven't served that well, and suddenly you come out and serve unbelievably well today, of course against Yuzhny, but that's a different match. Right. I mean, where do you find that, the confidence to come out and just serve like that?
Well, I mean, I really thought, okay, let me try a bit more with the second serve. I think I had an average over 100 miles an hour today on the second serve. I didn't double fault once, so obviously I felt confident, you know, serving it out at the end, even though I did miss, I think, my four first services to the match. And I did have a bit of a back pain, you know, particularly in that match against Malise, which was pretty tough for me. And now, since I said I have to be able to serve full on, I have to believe in my first serve and my second serve, and it's all worked out actually well for me now. And I have to feel that way if I want to have any shot at the title here.
It was such a fast-paced match from the start. I mean, the first two sets were, I think, 54 minutes,
right,
which was extraordinary. It was a clear game plan, but what were the tactics that you brought into play that worked so effectively?
Well, obviously I was going to play aggressive, right? Trying to mix it up with some body serves, maybe mix it up with a little bit of, you know, coming into the net if I can, see how that all works out with Novak's great, you know, retrieving skills, and then see how my slice works, and then kind of go from there. Instead of maybe having a proper game plan set up, I kind of let it come to me as well a little bit. And I think the first set gave me a lot of confidence because I didn't think I played a great first set, and I ended up winning it. He didn't play a great second set, which helped him to show actually you don't need to play great to almost win, you know, against me or me beating Novak. So I think that got things going a bit. We were a bit still in the unknown, even though we started the third set. So, yeah, like you said, it was unbelievable how quickly those first two sets went. And but it does feel great winning that first sort of set always, because it puts a lot of pressure on the opponent.
You had a break point in the third set, and you missed a forehand down the line. Right. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember.
And there was a lot of us who thought maybe you should go cross-court. Suddenly, you started hitting more cross-court forehands to his forehand, it seemed. I mean, you were really going for his forehand, which was brilliant.
Well, yes, I think it was kind of the right shot to hit the forehand down the line, but I wasn't happy with the return. I think I missed the easy return of 15-30. I kind of pushed it in at 30-42. I got the forehand I wanted to hit, but I missed it. So there's actually, from that moment on, I changed my game. I was more aggressive on the second serve return. I was like, okay, let's first go hard cross-court before you go down the line, instead of just giving away, you know, such a massive point, because you never know when you're going to see your next break point. That's what happened to me against Joe Zonga last year. I broke him in the first game, I think, and then won the next couple of sets. Didn't have a break point till the match was over. Basically, I only had break points in the first set in that match. So sometimes you really have to be, you know, how do you say? You have to be patient and really take the right decisions at the right time, particularly on grass, because you don't know when you get your next chance.
I have to ask you the perfect set point to win the third set. You come into the net, he actually gets it very low, you hit a great backhand volley, and then a perfect overhead. I mean, you haven't missed one. I don't know. I haven't seen you ever miss an overhead, but I mean, really, no. But a confidence boost to in there, aggressive overhead.
The forehand down the line, come in. He hits a good pass. I hit a good volley. Then I get the overhead I'm looking for. It gives you great confidence, and that's what then allows you to keep on pushing and going for it more so as the match goes on. I mean, these like you say, these moments are key for an entire tournament, actually.
And how worn out is centre court at the moment?
Not too bad,
Isn't
actually.
it? Because it looks on TV quite worn at the
I think
back.
it's been okay because it's been somewhat humid, and usually, you know, when it's really hot, the ground starts to sort of crack in the back, and that's not happening
It's
here
not
now.
happening.
No, it's actually very nice to play on. There's right in front of the service line. There is some, obviously, from when we come down from the serve. There, if you hit it right there, you get some bad bounces. But overall, there's no bad bounces, compared to when you used to play here.
Yeah, but that center court is what, 2 weeks old, nearly, and
yeah.
you're 31 years old. It looks way more worn out than you look today.
Thank
It
you.
looks like you were moving great, though. You were reading the game, and then even though there were no rallies, it looked like you were the one that was really aggressive, which is a bit of a change.
Right, I'm happy the way I'm playing and feeling and moving now, particularly because obviously movement, I think on grass is so important, you know, and I like to go with the flow on grass, you know, try to play aggressive, but then also, you know, keep the ball in play at times, and then when at will sort of go for it. And that's what I've been able to do even against Novak, who's such an amazing player.
We must let you go, I know, because you've probably done 100 interviews already. But before we do, it looks like you're going to be up against Andy Murray. Potentially, he's up 2 sets to love, although he looks like he's a breakdown.
Exactly.
How prepared are you to take on a Brit in the finals of Wimbledon for the first time a Brit's made it since 38?
Oh, it's big, it's big. It's big news all around, you know. I mean, Andy's handled this pressure, I think, so well. I mean, let's not forget that in this country, he's basically almost the only player out there. Whereas in France, you have many other grades, and the US Open, you have the same thing again. Australia, somewhat similar maybe, but there they also have more women's players on the other side. So here it really feels it's all on Andy, and he's done so well over the years considering, and this is his big chance right now. So I hope I play him. I've played so many sort of local heroes in their own backyard, like Agassi in the finals of the US Open. So this is the kind of match I'm looking forward to, and I hope we can make a good match out of it, because there's so much pressure and so much on the line for both of us that I'm sure it's going to be a good match.
It will certainly be a great match, and thank you so much for coming to visit
My
us.
pleasure.
And many congratulations.
Okay.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you. See you soon.
Okay.